Hold on to your baguettes, folks, because things are about to get in the world of Franco-Algerian relations. Louis Sarkozy, son of former French President Nicolas Sarkozy, is alleged to have uttered a phrase that would make even the most seasoned diplomat spit out their couscous. "I will burn down the Algerian embassy." Let that sink in for a moment. Those aren't the words of a man offering a friendly bonjour across the Mediterranean. These are words seemingly soaked in gasoline, with a match poised menacingly nearby. Now, before we grab the fire extinguishers and douse the Élysée Palace in panic, we need to unpack this incendiary claim. First things first, did young Louis actually utter this diplomatic Molotov cocktail? The internet, that bastion of verifiable truth, insert eye roll here, is suspiciously quiet on the source of this inflammatory statement. Was it a drunken whisper at a Parisian soirée? A rogue tweet lost to the digital ether? Or perhaps, just perhaps, it's a figment of someone's overactive imagination, eager to stir the pot of international intrigue? Until we have a smoking gun, or at least a singed baguette, we have to approach this alleged embassy inferno with a healthy dose of skepticism. That being said, even the whiff of such a statement from the scion of a former French president is enough to raise eyebrows, blood pressure, and, potentially, a few diplomatic protest flags. The historical relationship between France and Algeria is about as cozy as a mosh pit during a Serge Gainsbourg ballad, full of passion, pain, and a whole lot of baggage. Tossing a lit match into that powder keg is not exactly a recipe for international harmony. So, who is this Louis Sarkozy, and what kind of kindling might he be bringing to the bonfire of international relations? Well, he's not just some random bloke with a penchant for pyrotechnics and a grudge against stucco buildings. He's the progeny of French political royalty, a man who knows his way around a power lunch and probably a power nap, given the demands of his lineage. Louis, you see, is a man of contradictions, a walking paradox wrapped in a bespoke suit. He's a dual citizen of both France and the United States, a man seemingly torn between the croissant and the cronut. He's dabbled in the world of finance, working at the Inter-American Development Bank, but also apparently harbored dreams of donning fatigues and joining the US Army. He even launched his own brand of men's loafers, because why not add footwear entrepreneur to your already eclectic resume? But perhaps the most intriguing and potentially concerning aspect of Louis Sarkozy is his burgeoning political identity. This is not a man content to simply rest on the laurels of his family name. He's a self-proclaimed conservative, an admirer of Donald Trump, and a staunch supporter of the Second Amendment. He even attended Trump's inauguration in 2025, presumably while resisting the urge to shout, "Liberté, égalité, Second Amendment." This is a man who seems drawn to the world of politics, but with a distinctly American, and some might say, incendiary, flavor. Hold on to your berets because this Franco-American political cocktail is about to get even more potent. Louis Sarkozy, the man who once peddled loafers and pondered military service, has set his sights on a new target: French politics. That's right, folks. He's traded in his wingtips for the campaign trail, his Instagram feed now filled with town hall meetings and baby-kissing photo ops. It seems our Napoleon-loving, gun-toting, loafer-designing protagonist is ready to conquer the ballot box. But what does this mean for France? Is this the dawn of a new Sarkozy era, one with a decidedly more American twang? Will campaign rallies feature baguettes wrapped in bacon and promises to make France grape again? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure. Louis Sarkozy's foray into French politics is going to be anything but boring. He's a walking, talking soundbite, a man who seems to court controversy with the same zeal that his father chased after croissants. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, or rather, the North African nation across the Mediterranean. The relationship between France and Algeria is complicated, to say the least. Imagine a couple that's been through therapy, a messy divorce, and still has to share custody of their history textbook. It's a relationship built on centuries of colonialism, war, and a whole lot of unresolved issues. From 1830 to 1962, Algeria was a French colony, a period marked by exploitation, violence, and a brutal war for independence. The scars of that history run deep, and even today the two countries are still grappling with the legacy of their shared past. So, when someone, let alone the son of a former French president, makes a comment about burning down the Algerian embassy, it's not just a diplomatic faux pas, it's a verbal grenade lobbed into a minefield of historical trauma. Whether Louis Sarkozy actually made the threat or not, is almost beside the point. The fact that it's even being discussed highlights the fragility of Franco-Algerian relations, and the potential for past grievances to ignite present-day tensions.